The story opens with Kang and Kim, two high school students who share an incredibly close friendship. Kim is a cheerful and energetic girl with a deep passion for photography. She loves capturing the world through her camera and always tries to enjoy every moment of life. Kang, her closest friend, is almost always beside her. Like most teenagers, they both have hopes for what their futures might become. Years later, life has changed dramatically. Kang is now a highly successful filmmaker whose name is recognized throughout the entertainment industry. At a prestigious awards ceremony, his debut movie earns him the Best Director award. Standing on stage with the trophy in his hands, Kang delivers an emotional acceptance speech. He reveals that there was once a girl who gave him courage, inspired him, and helped him believe in his dream. He dedicates his biggest achievement to that special person. Kim's life, however, has taken a completely different path. Instead of working in the film industry, she is now a reporter at a small television station. While Kang is receiving awards under glamorous lights, Kim is struggling through a difficult assignment at the beach. She is collecting seashells for a report, covered in dirt and completely exhausted. Things become even worse when she suddenly loses her balance and falls flat on her back, all while her cameraman keeps recording. Later that evening, Kim speaks with her mother over the phone while making her way home. Her mother explains that the landlord of the online shop she rents for her business plans to increase the rent. Kim is clearly frustrated by the news, but she tries not to worry her mother and promises that she'll find a solution. By the time Kim reaches home, she barely has any energy left. Unfortunately, her day still isn't over. A pile of household chores is waiting for her. She finishes everything, hangs the freshly washed clothes to dry, and finally gets a chance to sit down in front of the television. That's when she sees someone she hasn't heard about in years. Kang. The news is covering his recent success and his Best Director victory, but one particular detail immediately catches Kim's attention. The reporter says Kang dedicated the award to his first love. Kim freezes in surprise. She hasn't heard anything about Kang for a very long time, so curiosity gets the better of her. She searches his name online and is shocked to discover just how successful he has become. Kang is now considered one of the biggest directors in the entertainment world. Then she comes across one of his interviews. During the interview, Kang reveals that he is returning to Korea because he wants to meet the girl he once loved. And soon afterward, Kang really does return to Korea, looking genuinely excited to be back. During his journey, he happens to come across the television program Kim works on. Meanwhile, Kim is having another difficult day at the station. She and one of her co-workers are caught up in a workplace problem, and Kim is visibly irritated while the people around them watch the situation unfold. Then someone unexpected walks into the station. It's Kang. His arrival immediately grabs everyone's attention. As he looks around, his eyes eventually land on Kim. For a moment, the two simply stare at each other. Kim is so shocked that her first instinct is to hide underneath a desk. She cautiously peeks out, trying to figure out where Kang has gone. Thinking the coast is clear, she finally gets back up. But Kang is already standing directly in front of her. At that moment, the story takes us back to their school days. A younger Kim is wandering around campus with her camera, happily recording her classmates. While filming, she notices a boy getting out of a car and immediately turns her camera toward him. That boy is Kang. Kang notices the camera pointed at him and gives Kim a warm smile. Realizing that she's been caught filming him, Kim quickly hides herself in embarrassment. Later, during morning assembly, the heat becomes almost unbearable. Kim doesn't want to stand outside any longer, so she comes up with a clever plan. She pretends to faint. Kang immediately becomes worried. He rushes toward her, carries her on his back, and takes her all the way to the classroom. He stays beside her because he genuinely believes she's unwell. Eventually, however, Kang discovers the truth. Kim wasn't sick at all. She only pretended to faint because she couldn't stand being stuck outside during the exhausting morning assembly. Instead of feeling guilty, Kim proudly defends her plan. She tells Kang that because of her dramatic collapse, the school will probably suspend morning assemblies for the next few days due to the extreme heat. According to her, the other students should actually be grateful because she has basically saved everyone from standing outside. Later, Kang and Kim spend some time together in the school garden. Kim casually reveals that she's thinking about skipping class too. Their conversation eventually turns toward the future. Kim asks Kang what he dreams of becoming
Please like this video, my children.
someday. Kang quietly admits that he doesn't have a dream. He hasn't figured out what he wants to do with his life or what kind of person he wants to become. His answer surprises Kim. She insists that everyone needs something to dream about. After listening to her, Kang asks what her own dream is. Kim's expression immediately lights up. She tells him that one day she wants to become an internationally famous film director, someone so talented and successful that people around the entire world will recognize her name. Sometime later, Kim is at the hospital, with Kang quietly keeping an eye on her. But Kim's passion for cameras and filmmaking soon gets the better of her. She secretly slips away and makes her way to the hospital rooftop. Kim believes the rooftop offers exactly the view she needs to capture the sunset scene she has been imagining. She carefully positions her camera and patiently waits for the perfect moment. But while waiting for the sun to go down, exhaustion catches up with her and she accidentally falls asleep. Kang eventually finds her on the rooftop. Seeing how much effort Kim is willing to put into capturing a single beautiful shot leaves a strong impression on him. Rather than waking her, he stays quietly beside her. Eventually, Kang falls asleep too. Kim wakes up first and is startled when she realizes Kang is sleeping right next to her. Confused, she immediately asks, "What are you doing here?" Kang casually explains that there is nothing strange about him being at the hospital. Both of his parents are doctors, and the hospital itself actually belongs to his father. Afterward, Kim grabs her camera and heads downstairs, ready to leave the hospital. But when she and Kang notice security guards nearby, they realize getting out unnoticed won't be easy. They carefully try to slip past them, but their plan quickly fails when the guards spot them. Without thinking twice, Kim grabs Kang by the hand and starts running. Kang follows and the two race out of the hospital together before anyone can stop them. The following morning, Kang is being driven to school by his mother as usual. During the ride, he notices Kim standing by the roadside with her camera in hand. Once again, she's completely focused on filming something. Kang asks his mother to let him walk the rest of the way. He gets out of the car and makes his way over to Kim. Kim is trying to create a cinematic shot featuring a very elderly woman, but no matter how she frames the scene, she feels like something is missing. Kang studies the shot for a moment before suggesting that she needs a shadow to make the scene look better. He picks up a large tree branch and holds it between the sunlight and the woman, creating the exact lighting effect Kim was searching for. Suddenly, the shot looks perfect. But their excitement doesn't last long. Out of nowhere, a homeless man approaches and frightens them. Before they can properly react, he snatches Kim's camera and throws it toward the ground. Kang reacts just in time. He catches the camera before it can smash against the pavement. The man, however, doesn't back down. He tries to attack Kang and take the camera away from him. Kim immediately jumps in to protect Kang, but the man pushes her aside. Fortunately, police officers arrive before the situation gets any worse and force the man to leave. Kim immediately rushes over to Kang to make sure he's okay. Kang shows her the camera, which was damaged during the confrontation. Seeing that Kang is hurt as well, Kim begins treating his injuries herself. That's when Kang suddenly says something she never expected. He confesses that he likes her. More importantly, Kang tells Kim that she is the reason he has finally discovered what he wants to do with his life. Her passion and determination have inspired him to find a dream of his own. Kim is left completely speechless. She doesn't know how to respond to such a sudden confession, but inside she can't hide how happy his words make her. From that point on, Kang and Kim grow even closer. They begin creating small experimental films together, constantly shooting new scenes, testing ideas, and learning about filmmaking side by side. Those days eventually become some of the happiest memories they share. The story then returns to the present. Kim takes Kang outside the television station and immediately asks why he came looking for her after all these years. Kang doesn't try to hide his feelings. He tells her that he still loves her and that he came because he wanted to see her again. He then asks if she can spare some time so they can be together for a while. But Kim refuses. She admits that seeing him again has brought back complicated feelings. Kang has achieved incredible success and become a famous director, while she feels as though she hasn't accomplished anything meaningful with her own life. Even worse, she still hasn't forgiven him. Kim reminds Kang that he left her behind and went to America without properly explaining anything. Because of that, She tells him she doesn't want to speak with him anymore.
Please like this video, my children.
And never wants to see him again. Then she turns around and walks away. That night, Kim visits her friend Yeon's house for dinner because she doesn't like being alone at home. While they eat, Kim tells Yeon everything that happened, including her unexpected reunion with Kang. Yeon asks how seeing him again made her feel. Kim finally admits how painful the encounter was. Years ago, she had imagined a completely different future for herself. She never expected that when she and Kang eventually met again, he would be a celebrated filmmaker, while she would be struggling with the realization that she never achieved the dream she once cared about more than anything. The next day, Kang is busy at work discussing an upcoming project with his assistants. Nearby, a young woman named Nam, who hopes to become an actress, walks past without realizing Kang can hear her conversation. She starts criticizing him in front of the people around her, calling him arrogant and complaining that he rejected her during an audition for one of his movies. Kang hears everything but doesn't bother arguing with her. He simply ignores the comments and walks away. Later, Kang arrives at another location and unexpectedly comes across Jeon, who is working as a delivery driver and wearing a helmet. Jeon is surprised to see him. The two begin talking, and Kang asks how things have been going for him. But Jeon quickly realizes that Kang didn't come just to catch up. He knows this is really about Kim. Jeon makes it clear that he has no intention of helping Kang get closer to her. He explains that he and Kim had already been close friends for years before Kang appeared and took his place in her life. Kang doesn't react much to the complaint. Instead, he simply asks Jeon for Kim's phone number. Jeon refuses to give it to him and leaves. Elsewhere, Lin, one of Korea's most popular actresses, is in the middle of shooting a commercial with another actor. Unexpectedly, the production team receives news that her co-star has been involved in an accident and won't be able to participate. While everyone is figuring out what to do, Lin notices Ji Hyun nearby making a delivery. She suddenly asks whether he would be willing to appear in the commercial with her. Ji Hyun can hardly believe what he's hearing. Becoming a successful actor has always been his biggest dream. So getting an opportunity to appear alongside such a famous actress feels almost unreal. His mind immediately starts racing as he imagines what lines he might get to perform. Unfortunately, reality turns out to be much less exciting. His role requires him to do nothing more than sit silently beside Lin. He doesn't even get a line. Still, Ji Hyun completes the shoot and takes several promotional photographs with Lin. Once filming is finished, he walks away completely amazed that he just appeared in a commercial with one of the country's biggest stars. Meanwhile, Kang discovers that Kim runs an online store. Since she refuses to meet him willingly, Kang begins looking for another way to see her. At the same time, Kim is organizing old film tapes that she has listed for sale online. She desperately needs money and hopes someone will finally purchase them. Soon a message appears. A customer wants to buy several of her tapes. Kim doesn't realize that the mysterious buyer is actually Kang, who is contacting her through an anonymous account. Instead of having the tapes delivered, the buyer asks whether they can meet in person so he can collect them directly. Since Kim needs a sale, she quickly agrees. The next morning, she arrives at the agreed meeting spot. But the moment she gets there, she sees Kang. Kim initially assumes his presence is nothing more than an unfortunate coincidence, so she tries to avoid him. Then Kang calls out to her. He reveals that he is the person who contacted her online and that he's the one buying the tapes. Since they're already there, Kang asks Kim to sit down and talk with him. Eventually, she agrees. During their conversation, Kang asks why she's selling the recordings she made so many years ago. Kim acts as though they mean nothing to her anymore. She claims the tapes have no real value and are simply taking up unnecessary space in her home. Kang immediately realizes she isn't being completely truthful. Kim then turns the question around and asks why he would want to buy them in the first place. Kang explains that those tapes contain memories of the time they spent together. He wants to collect those memories so that maybe someday they can sit down and watch them again. Kim doesn't respond for a moment. Eventually, she simply admits that she needs the money. That's when Kang reaches into his bag and takes out a screenplay. He places it in front of Kim and asks her to finish the film with him. He wants the two of them to work together again, just like they did when they were younger. Kim looks at the screenplay and immediately notices something important. Her name is written on the cover. But rather than accepting Kang's offer, Kim picks up her tea and pours it directly over the script. She tells him that he has come back far too late. Kim gets up and walks away. Kang refuses to give up and follows her outside. Rain begins falling, and he catches up with her, standing in front of her while
Please like this video, my children.
holding an umbrella. This time, Kim finally tells him what has been hurting her all these years. She reveals that after he disappeared, she stood outside his house and waited for him for 15 days. Every day she hoped he would return, but eventually she learned that Kang had already gone to America without even saying goodbye. Kim angrily asks how he can suddenly return after so many years and behave as though nothing happened between them. The pain becomes too much, and she tells him that she regrets ever meeting him. Then she leaves him behind in the rain. To reveal what truly happened between them, the story once again takes us back to their school days. At that time, Kim and Kang are secretly working on another movie inside their school without permission from the teachers. This time, they're making a zombie film. They handle nearly everything themselves, including preparing the costumes and zombie makeup. As the director, Kim takes her role extremely seriously. She carefully checks every little detail, positions everyone correctly, and gives instructions to the entire group before filming begins. Once the cameras start rolling, the school quickly turns into complete chaos. Kim uses a fire hose as part of the scene, spraying water everywhere while the others continue acting and the cameras keep recording. Kang watches her closely throughout the shoot. The more time he spends with Kim, the more fascinated he becomes by her creativity and passion for filmmaking. He wants to understand everything she knows and learn as much as possible from her. Their secret production doesn't stay secret for very long. The teachers eventually catch them and are furious when they see the mess the students have created around the school. As punishment, Kang and Kim are forced to kneel with their arms raised, and they are even physically disciplined for causing so much trouble. Considering the amount of chaos their zombie movie created, the teachers certainly weren't pleased. Once their punishment is over, Kang and Kim leave together. As usual, Kim continues carrying her camera, recording little moments from their everyday lives. Eventually, they arrive at the restaurant owned by Kim's mother. The two quietly sneak inside, making sure her mother doesn't notice them. They slip into Kim's room and begin watching the footage they recorded at school. While the video plays, Kang suddenly tells Kim something important. Until now, everyone expected him to follow in his parents' footsteps and become a doctor. But Kang tells her that he doesn't want that life anymore. Kang finally realizes what he truly wants to do with his life. Curious, Kim asks him what dream he has chosen for himself. With a smile, Kang tells her that he wants to become a film director, just like her. For the first time, he has found something he genuinely wants to pursue. Kim warns him that becoming a director isn't easy. It takes years of dedication, patience, and hard work to succeed in the film industry. But Kang isn't discouraged at all. He confidently tells Kim that he'll learn everything he can from her. No matter how difficult the journey becomes, he's prepared to work hard until he turns that dream into reality. Not long afterward, Kang finishes school for the day and realizes that his bus is already pulling away. Refusing to miss it, he runs after it as fast as he can. After chasing it down the road, the bus finally stops and allows him to climb aboard. At the same time, Kim is attending an award ceremony at school. Her student film has earned her 2 major honors, Best Director and Best Screenplay. Everyone around her is excited and proud of what she has accomplished. When Kim steps forward to give her acceptance speech, she speaks confidently about her future. She promises that one day she will fulfill her dream and become one of the greatest film directors in the world. The host then asks where her parents are. Kim looks around, but neither of them is there. Just when the moment begins to feel lonely, someone suddenly comes running toward her from a distance. It's Kang. He's carrying a huge bouquet of flowers. Kang reaches Kim, hands her the flowers, and happily celebrates her achievement with her. His presence immediately makes the moment much more meaningful. Later, the two walk together along the beach, enjoying one of their happiest moments. Kim asks Kang to make her a promise. She wants them to continue creating films together, stay beside each other, and eventually achieve their dreams side by side. Kang couldn't be happier. Overcome with excitement, he rushes toward Kim and wraps her in a tight hug. Together, they celebrate the promise they've just made about their future. But when Kang returns home late that night, the atmosphere is completely different. As he enters the house, he sees his father angrily slapping their driver across the face. It becomes clear that Kang's father is an aggressive and controlling man. Kang keeps his head down and quietly tries to enter the house without drawing attention, but his father stops him. He begins scolding Kang, making it clear that he expects everything in his household to go exactly according to his wishes.
Please like this video, my children.
Then he brings up Kang's school performance. The principal has apparently informed him that Kang is no longer concentrating on his studies the way he used to. His father is extremely disappointed and makes sure Kang knows it. Meanwhile, Kim faces problems of her own. When she arrives at her mother's restaurant, she's horrified by what she sees. Her precious film tapes have been thrown onto the floor. Some of them are already broken, while others have been placed outside to be given away. Kim immediately confronts her mother and demands to know why she did this. Her mother explains that the tapes were taking up too much room. According to her, the restaurant is a respectable business, not a child's bedroom where Kim can keep piles of unnecessary belongings. Those words deeply hurt Kim. She tells her mother that one of those films recently won her a competition, but instead of congratulating her, Kim's mother only asks about the prize money. She says it should be used to cover their overdue gas and electricity bills. Kim can't take it anymore. Furious and heartbroken, she walks out. Kang also leaves his house after the confrontation with his father. Later, he happens to find Kim sitting alone near the beach. He walks over and sits beside her. Kim is surprised and asks how he knew she would be there. Kang simply tells her that finding her was nothing more than a coincidence. As they sit together, both begin opening up about the difficulties they're facing at home. For once, neither of them has to pretend that everything is fine. Kang then makes Kim an emotional promise. He tells her that he'll always be there for her. No matter what happens in the future, whenever she's struggling or has something on her mind, she should come to him and tell him everything. He promises to support her for the rest of his life. Kim is deeply touched by his words and almost can't believe how sincerely he means them. The following day, Kang and Kim watch a romantic movie together. Kim becomes completely absorbed in the story. Inspired by what they've just watched, she suggests that they should make their own romance film someday, something emotional and beautiful. Kang loves the idea and immediately agrees. From that moment on, they begin developing the movie together. They spend countless hours discussing scenes, planning the story, and working on ideas. And as they continue creating together, their relationship becomes even stronger. The story then brings us back to the present. Kim is now filming a television program in a large park when Kang unexpectedly appears again. This time, he's carrying flowers. Kang has already spoken with the owner of the TV station and arranged another interview, giving himself yet another opportunity to stay close to Kim. Kim looks him over but doesn't give him the reaction he's hoping for. Instead, she simply turns around and walks away. Before long, Kang is surrounded by fans. People ask for his autograph, take pictures with him, and crowd around the famous director. Kim quietly watches everything from a distance. Despite her cold behavior, Kang still has no intention of giving up. He's determined to repair their relationship and win her back. As soon as he gets another opportunity, Kang approaches Kim again. She immediately tries to send him away and demands to know why he keeps showing up. Kang calmly answers that there's only one reason: he wanted to see her. Kim then asks how he managed to find out where she was filming. Kang jokingly says that when someone is as famous as he is, there are always plenty of people willing to provide a little help. Kim doesn't entertain the conversation any further. She simply tells him to prepare himself because the interview is about to begin. Soon the cameras start rolling. Kim switches into professional mode, energetically welcoming Kang onto the program before asking him several standard introductory questions. Eventually, she asks the question she's most curious about. Why did Kang return to Korea? Kang explains that he came back because he's planning to make a romantic film. Then he reveals the movie's title. Kim instantly freezes. It's the exact same title she came up with years ago for the romance film she dreamed of making with Kang. After all this time, he still remembers it. For a moment, Kim doesn't know how to react. The story then shifts away from Kang and Kim and follows Ji-han, who is currently searching for work. Ji-han visits a production company hoping to find an opportunity in the entertainment industry. While there, he unexpectedly runs into Twan, someone he knew during his school days. Because Jihan is still wearing his delivery helmet, Tuan initially
Please like this video, my children.
assumes he's simply there to deliver something. But when Jihan removes the helmet, Tuan finally recognizes him. He's surprised to see his old friend there, and the two briefly catch up. Jihan explains that he's looking for a job because his real ambition is to become an actor. Instead of supporting him, Tuan immediately looks down on him. He calls Jihan a failure and tells him that he would be better off finding some other kind of work rather than wasting his time there. Jihan is clearly insulted, but he controls his anger. Rather than starting an argument, he quietly hands Tuan his resume and asks him to at least look at it and consider giving him an opportunity. Then Jihan leaves. Later, Tuan returns to the company and has lunch with his wife, who is also a highly successful and well-known actress. She has appeared in numerous popular projects and is currently enjoying another major success. Soon afterwards, she attends a press conference celebrating the performance of her latest movie. She sits beside Shang, the film's male lead, while reporters and cameras fill the room. Once the event is over, Shang heads toward his car in a noticeably bad mood. He's frustrated because Young has been receiving most of the attention and praise from the media. Young happens to overhear his complaints and walks over to confront him directly. It quickly becomes obvious that there is serious tension between the two. Neither of them seems to like the other. Before the disagreement can escalate any further, Shang's friend intervenes and manages to calm things down. Eventually, everyone goes their separate ways. Meanwhile, Kang and Kim are heading back together after their outing. As they talk, Kim suddenly becomes angry. She grabs Kang by the collar in frustration. Unfortunately for her, someone sees the entire thing. At that exact moment, the owner of the television station notices them. Confused by what he's witnessing, he immediately approaches Kim and asks what exactly is going on between the two of them. In the middle of all the chaos, Kang's shirt accidentally gets torn. Kim feels responsible and apologizes. Later that night, she quietly sits down and begins stitching the damaged shirt back together for him. While she works, Kang decides to bring up their relationship once again. He asks Kim if they can finally leave the painful past behind and start over. He wants to know what he needs to do to earn her forgiveness. But Kim's answer is clear. She tells him to forget about it because what they once had is already over, and there's no way they can return to the way things used to be. Kang, however, refuses to accept that. He tells Kim that he genuinely loves her and has no intention of giving up, no matter how many times she rejects him. As Kang moves closer, Kim immediately pushes him back. Then, completely frustrated, she grabs the bouquet he brought and throws the flowers straight into his face. Surprisingly, Kang still smiles. Instead of taking her reaction as rejection, he convinces himself that Kim's anger means she still cares about him somewhere deep inside. The story then takes us back to the painful moment that changed everything between them. Years ago, Kim is sitting outside Kang's house. Kang hasn't attended school for quite some time, and no one seems to know where he has gone. Kim comes to his house every single day. She knocks repeatedly, hoping Kang will eventually open the door, but no one ever answers. Even so, Kim refuses to stop trying. For 15 straight days, she returns to the same house and waits for him. Eventually, after receiving no response for so long, Kim finally decides that there's no point in waiting anymore. But just as she's about to leave, the door suddenly opens. Kang steps outside. The moment Kim sees him, she runs toward him and wraps her arms around him. She's overwhelmed with relief. Kim immediately demands to know where he's been, why he stopped attending school, and why he ignored her every time she came to see him. Kang quietly gives her an answer she never expected. He's leaving Korea. His family is sending him to America, where he's going to study medicine. Kim is completely shocked. She reminds him that medicine was never the future he wanted. Kang had told her that his real dream was to become a film director, but Kang suddenly dismisses everything they once talked about. He tells Kim that becoming a director was nothing more than a temporary dream, and that it didn't really mean that much to him. Those words crush her. Kim takes out the screenplay for the movie they had completed together, the same film they were supposed to submit to a competition the following day. In anger and heartbreak, she throws the screenplay at Kang and walks away. But while heading home, Kim begins having second thoughts. She decides to turn around and go back. At that moment, the hair clip Kang once gave her as a present slips from her hair and falls onto the road. Kim turns around to pick it up. Then everything changes in an instant. A car suddenly crashes into her. Kim is knocked unconscious as people nearby rush toward her. She's immediately taken to the hospital, where her terrified family gathers and waits for news about her condition. Fortunately, Kim eventually regains consciousness. Her recovery isn't immediate, though. She has to undergo physical therapy and slowly rebuild her strength before finally returning to normal life. The story shifts back to the present. After everything that happened with Kang, Kim returns home and stands silently in front of the mirror. Memories of their past begin flooding back. Their dreams, their promises, Kang's disappearance, and the accident that followed. Eventually, the emotions become too overwhelming. Kim breaks down and begins crying. Meanwhile, her mother sees Kim's interview with Kang on television. Young, the famous actress, also happens to watch the program. She's surprised to see someone as successful and internationally recognized as Kang appearing on such a small television channel. Elsewhere, Kim sits down with Ji-hyun and tells him everything that happened that day. When Ji-hyun learns that Kang offered her the chance to make a movie with him, he can't believe she rejected it. He strongly encourages Kim to reconsider. According to him, an opportunity like this could completely change her life. She may never receive another chance to work on a major film with someone as successful as Kang. After their conversation, Ji-hyun heads off to work and spends the night working at the restaurant. The following day, Kim arrives at the television station and immediately notices that everyone is unusually excited. There's a good reason for it. The channel's ratings have suddenly exploded because of Kang's appearance. One of Kim's coworkers jokingly asks whether she might secretly be the mysterious first love Kang has been talking about. Kim immediately denies it. She insists that there's absolutely nothing romantic between her and Kang. Soon afterward, she's called into the station owner's office. And surprisingly, he asks her exactly the same thing. He wants to know whether Kim has some kind of personal relationship with Kang. Once again, Kim denies everything. But the owner isn't convinced. He explains that he watched Kim and Kang interacting throughout the day, and from what he saw, there's clearly some history between them. Kim finally admits that they know each other, but insists that Kang is simply an old classmate from school. The station owner doesn't care much about the details. What matters to him is Kang's popularity. After seeing how dramatically the ratings increased, he wants Kang to appear on another program before a competing television station gets the chance to book him. He tells Kim that this could be a huge opportunity for their struggling channel. And because Kim already knows Kang personally, he puts the responsibility entirely on her. She must convince him to return for another appearance. To make matters worse, the owner even threatens to fire Kim if she fails. Now under enormous pressure, Kim has little choice but to approach Kang again. She eventually arrives at his house carrying a bouquet of flowers, planning to apologize for everything that happened between them. But once she's standing outside his door, she suddenly becomes nervous. For several moments, Kim hesitates, unsure whether she should knock. Eventually, she gathers enough courage and does it. The door opens. Kang is standing there holding a garden hose because he was watering the plants outside. The instant he realizes that Kim is the person standing at his door, he's completely stunned. He freezes on the spot, unable to react. But there's one small problem. The garden hose is still running. Water continues spraying everywhere while Kang simply stands there staring at Kim in disbelief. And with that unexpected reunion, the released episode comes to an end. The next episodes will continue the story from here. As soon as they're released, we'll cover what happens next. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video so you don't miss the upcoming episodes. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Please like this video, my children.